Okay guys, so we are back in Five Nights TD. And for this video, we're going to be doing every new unit versus endless mode. What this means is that we have been given every single new unit in this update, and we are going to be taking each and every single one of them against endless mode, max boosted, and seeing how far they can make it. But before we get into it, let me introduce you to them. So for starters, we have a shiny party time Freddy with vengeance. The type of unit he is cone AoE 40. He can do up to 800 damage. His range can get as high as 23, and his cooldown can get as low as 1 second. And for our next unit, we have a shiny Saber-tooth Foxy with vengeance. The type of unit he is single. He can do up to 1200 damage. His range can get as high as 25, and his cooldown can get as low as 1 second. Then for our next unit, we have a shiny desert funtime Foxy with vengeance. The type of unit he is splash. He can do up to 9000 damage. His range can get as high as 28, and his cooldown can get as low as 1.5 seconds. Then for our next unit, we have a shiny Molten Foxy with vengeance. The type of unit he is splash plus burn. He can do up to 1000 damage. His range can get as high as 30, and his cooldown can get as low as 2.5 seconds. Then for our next unit, we have a shiny Dino Plain Boy with vengeance. His passive is called Dino Scout. All units in range get plus 30% range times 1.25 if shiny. The type of unit he is continuous pierce. His range boost can do up to 1.3 times. His range can get as high as 30, and his cooldown can get as low as 0.25 seconds. Then for our next unit, we have a shiny Triceratops Chica with vengeance. Her passive is called Triple Trouble. Every third attack deals plus 33% more damage. The type of unit she is slash. She can do up to 3333 damage. Her range can get as high as 33, and her cooldown can get as low as 0.33 seconds. Then for our next unit, we have a shiny Dino Pals with vengeance. Their passive is called Randomizer. Every attack has a 33% chance for a different effect. The type of unit they are cone AoE 90. They can do up to 6000 damage. Their range can get as high as 28, and their cooldown can get as low as 2 seconds. Then for our next unit, we have a shiny Paleontologist Spring Bonnie with vengeance, and his passive is called Prehistoric Boost. Spring traps and prehistoric animatronics receive a 30% damage boost times 1.55 if shiny. The type of unit he is booster. His cooldown boost can do up to 0.67. His range can get as high as 32, and his cooldown can get as low as 2 seconds. Then for our next unit, we have a shiny Blimp Boy with vengeance. His passive is called Anniversary Extravaganza. Drops an atomic present that deals 75 times damage with 20% weather and 60% slow for 10 seconds every 40 seconds. The type of unit he is nuke plus burn. He can do up to 10,000 damage. His range can get as high as 50, and his cooldown can get as low as 0.5 seconds. Then for our next unit, we have a shiny Dino Dreadbear with vengeance. His passive is called Wither. Stunned enemies are given 7.5% wither for 5 seconds, 15% if shiny. The type of unit he is splash stun. He can do up to 38,000 damage. His range can get as high as 32, and his cooldown can get as low as 2.5 seconds. Then for our next unit, we have a shiny Hot Air Balloon Boy with vengeance, and his passive is called Burn. Deals 50% burn damage. The type of unit he is splash plus burn. He can do up to 8,000 damage. His range can get as high as 35, and his cooldown can get as low as 2 seconds. And then for our next unit, we have a shiny Chicasaurus Rex with vengeance. Her passive is called Stampede. Unleash a Stampede that deals 15 times this unit's damage to every enemy on the map, applying 10% weather for 20 seconds, 20% if shiny with a 30-second cooldown. The type of unit she is slash. She can do up to 105,000 1000 damage. Her range can get as high as 35, and her cooldown can get as low as 3 seconds. Then for our last but coolest looking unit, we have a shiny Chicazilla with Vengeance. Her passive is called Annihilation. Charge nuclear breath for 7 seconds to unleash a continuous nuke beam that deals damage and burn for 10 seconds. The type of unit she is cone AoE 180. She can do up to 75,000 damage. Her range can get as high as 40, and her cooldown can get as low as 2 seconds. So once again, guys, the point of me introducing you guys to these units is to obviously show you guys the raw stats of these units and what they look like when they're not being boosted. And also, if you cannot tell, my voice is going out. I have literally been trying to make a video for days and I have not been able to due to this. My voice is really bad right now, but I'm going to push through this video for you guys and I will be making this video. So please just bear with me. But on a real note, I cannot pass up on making a video on this update because this is probably the coolest looking update yet. And Chicazilla, I cannot wait to look at that freaking unit. But anyways, guys, before we get into it, make sure to like and subscribe, and let's get right into it. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and choose endless 5 and go ahead and click vote, and we are not on night 5. Once again, we do this every single video. Okay, guys, so we are now in the game. Let me go ahead and choose the hardest modifier, and yes, I did pause the wave because this is the first unit and I want to be able to place him down first. So this is Party Time Freddy. Now, he is a cone AoE unit, which is kind of surprising because he is only an epic and we can place only 3 of him, which is also really surprising. Let me go ahead and max 2 of them out. He does have like 62 range, but we need to stay alive long enough in order to get a review. So let me like up our HP a little bit and let me review his animations and stuff just real quick. So give me like 2 seconds. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, the design is not even that bad. I have seen a lot worse than this before. This is only an epic and it doesn't even look that bad. So for design, I'll probably give it like a 9 out of 10 most likely. As far as animation goes, it is probably a 10 out of 10, surprisingly. I like how the mask opens up as he's shooting. You guys cannot tell me that that's not freaking cool, bro. The animations on this unit is absolutely insane. Let me change our base HP back to 100 because I think that that is only fair. But let me also pull out the trusty calculator real quick. Let me calculate DPS before we rate VFX. Actually, wait, we cannot even rate VFX. Oh my god, he doesn't do any VFX. Okay, that's fine because he's an epic. Okay, understandable. But I'm not gonna lie, still a pretty decently like clean unit, especially for being a epic. Let me go over stats though. So he's currently doing 4,725 damage every 0.362 seconds, which is not even that bad for an epic, and he's cone AoE, which also makes him even better. He has like 62 range, which I would say is not full map control, probably like half. I think it just depends on what map you're on, obviously. But let me pull out the trusty calculator and do his DPS real quick. So according to our trusty calculator, bro is doing 13,052.4 damage every second. I'm not gonna lie, that's not even that bad in my books. This is an epic and we're already doing 13,000 damage per second. Also, guys, I want to mention a really important rule real quick. I'm not gonna lie, at wave 50 we will be selling the jar of pickles. We have been doing that in just about every endless video. Hold on, let me move this guy like right there. But we have been doing that in just about every single endless mode video. We've been selling our jar of pickles at like wave 50. I'm not gonna lie, it does make it pretty fair because these videos can last a pretty long time. I do want this video to be at least like 30 minutes long, but again, with how my voice is, guys, I don't know how long it's gonna be. I'm trying to do these unit reviews really quick because my voice will probably just end up start cutting out. Like, I'm literally trying so hard to talk right now, you guys don't even understand. Anyways though, on a real note, we are on wave 20 right now, and somehow, some way, nothing has hit the exit yet. I'm not gonna lie, that does kind of surprise me. We are still alive on wave 20 using an epic unit that's cone AoE. This is just proof that cone AoE changes everything, or any type of AoE changes everything, because AoE units are so good for like big groups of people like this that a 13,000 damage unit is like actually like striving right now. This is insane. I'm not gonna lie, they should have never given an epic freaking AoE CD, bro. Oh my god. Like, how is an epic this good? I do not understand that. But also, guys, I cannot wait to do the Apex evolution because I'm sure you guys saw the sneak peek in the Five Nights CD Discord. It is absolutely insane looking, and I did showcase it at the start of the video too whenever I was introducing it, but it is an absolute insane looking unit. Do not look at my double chin. I know I'm too close to the camera, but hear me out. It's not that bad, alright guys? On a real note, Chicazilla or whatever it's called, oh my god, looks absolutely insane, beautiful, amazing, best thing I've ever seen in my life. I'm still surprised that we are almost on wave 30 and nothing has hit our freaking base yet. Guys, are we for real? Yo, Ballora, you need to lock in. Oh my god. Yo, Circus Baby, are you seriously gonna die by an epic? You have not lived this long to die. Oh my god, you die by an epic. How did you die by an epic? This dude is doing 13,000 damage per second, and if we actually times that number by 3, hold on, I did not think about that. We are doing 39,157.4 damage per second. So with 3 of these dudes on the board, we're doing 39,000 DPS, almost doing 40k DPS. Dude, that is insane. How are we even alive right now? We're doing the hardest modifier, and it feels like I'm playing easy mode, and I'm using 3 epics. Like, I mean, yeah, obviously we do have them shiny with vengeance. I get it, with vengeance. And they're obviously being max boosted, but I mean, still, bro, this is, you know, a little insane. Also, I did forget to mention, guys, that all of the units do have maxed out stats, of course. I would never bring you guys content without the maxed out stats. The maxed out stats are the classic. Wait, okay, I thought we were actually gonna die there. There's no way we end up making it to like wave 50 and have Circus Baby freaking destroy us. To be fair though, guys, I think I had a pretty long intro, so this video is probably about to be an extremely long one, and I'm so sorry if my voice sounds annoying. Like, I'm so serious. I'm trying so hard right now. You guys have no idea. But like, on a real note, there's no way we should be making it this freaking far. Yo, dude, we have a freaking epic. Like, dude, literally, you can buy one present and probably end up having a confirmed chance to get this dude. There is no way an epic is this good. I think the other day, guys, I used a creator code. I got like 75 of the little party time anniversary present thingies, and I literally pulled a shiny version of him. So it's not even like hard to get, which is the most insane part to me. Like, dude, are we for real right now? Why isn't epic this good? Oh my gosh, this video is going to take me 2 hours. Oh my gosh, guys, it might be GG's for the voice. I'm gonna be honest here. I need prayer hands in the comment section for my voice right now. I am pushing out all my air every single time I talk just to get my actual voice out. I have no idea if I even sound like equipTD. I'm probably just a clone. It's okay, guys. Oh, come on, Circus Baby, lock in. Oh my god, you have 225,000 HP and you're not even gonna make it to the freaking exit? Or are we actually serious? Okay, Circus Baby, yeah, I think you're just chopped. You're just cooked and chopped and everything, all of the above. You're just chopped. Oh my god, yeah, there's no way. Did they like buff to slow on Jar of Pickles? Like, I've got to be missing something here. Like, there's no way. Okay, a 1.25 million HP boss. If this thing does not kill us, you are useless, Hijacked Freddy. There's no way. Freaking epic unit making it to wave 41. Oh my god, dude. Okay, this is probably gonna end up killing us. I'm gonna go ahead and salute to the camera. Look, guys, I'm currently saluting. Yes, that is exactly what I'm doing. Wow, so an epic has made it to wave 41. What is my life at this point? Well, GG's to our party time Freddy. Okay, guys, so we are now in the next game. Let's go ahead and choose the hardest game mode, of course, and yes, we pre-placed our boosters. Let me get down this dude real quick. Okay, so this is a Saber-tooth Foxy. We can place 3 of him, which is kind of surprising. Holy crap, he has a sound effect. Okay, you guys cannot hear it, but this is insane. Hold on a second. Okay, I just paused the wave. We have some talking that we need to do, okay? I know that it has been a minute since Five Nights CD has made an update, so it makes sense on why this update is so quality. But guys, like, I don't think you guys understand how insane this is. This is literally an epic. He is a single hit unit and he has sound effects. It's literally like they've been listening to me all along. I'm now going to look up at the sky. Okay, holy god. Oh my gosh. Okay, so sorry guys. But like, genuinely, like, let's look up at the sky, thank the Five Nights CD gods, because what in the freaking world? There is a prehistoric event right now, which is absolutely beautiful. We have an epic unit who is a single hit that is literally doing like crazy damage. Before we unpause though, because we might actually end up dying. Let me do the stats at the start, and then we can do animations and stuff. Okay, so he is doing 7,087.5 damage every 0.362 seconds. He has 67 range, which I'm pretty sure these are similar stats to the other epic that we just used, except this guy is a single hit, so he's probably going to end up doing more DPS, and we can place 3 of him as well. Now, he does have 67 range, so it's not full map control, but it's really good map control. Not the worst we've ever seen. Now, let me pull out the trusty calculator, calculate his DPS real quick. Okay, he is doing 19,578.7 damage per second. If we times this number by 3, he is now doing 58,736.18 damage per second, or 0.1, probably not 0.18. It does not really matter. I'm not even gonna lie. All right, let me unpause the wave though, but I don't think you guys understand how actually insane that is. These units combined are doing 58,000 damage. Now, he is a single hit unit, so he might end up dying before the AoE unit, but still insane. The design on this is absolutely stunning. Beautiful. My guy right here is looking amazing. Easy 10 out of 10 on the design. I love the dual bones. Dude, this update is freaking amazing. Okay, as far as animation goes, that's another 10 out of 10. Okay, I can't even lie here. Now, there's no VFX, so we cannot do a VFX rating. It is an epic though. I'm not even expecting them to do VFX. That's the thing, guys. Like, you know, it's been a minute since they've updated, so it's understandable on how the update is so quality, but there were no glitches in this update at all. We have a full-on event. We have crazy designs, crazy animations. I'm not gonna lie, bro. This is a well-deserved W for Five Nights CD, and no one can disagree with me. Okay, but again, doesn't have VFX, but the reason why these animations are so good is because there is a noise playing in my ear right now that you guys cannot hear. I would try and let you guys hear it. I could try and do something like that, but that would be pretty hard for me to do because I have my stuff muted. It's a long story. But it is an epic, so it's not that hard to get. You guys should be able to obviously hear it on your own. But I'm not gonna lie, an epic having a sound effect is already like absolutely insane. For a single hit unit, and we're doing 58,000 damage per second, that's really good, but oh no. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, guys. It's probably not gonna be too long before we sadly end up perishing. Let me do 2 times speed because that'll probably make it a little quicker. It might be cooked. Wait, every time I think we're close to dying, we actually don't die. Okay, wait, let me go back on regular speed then. All right, wait, I think I was mistaken, actually. This might, hold on a second. Whoa. They might be doing way better than I thought. Okay, wait, let me move this guy right here. I did not mean to keep him over there. I was trying to obviously look at his animations and stuff, but oh my god, this is insane. Okay, 20,000 HP over here. Are they going to be able to, oh my god, okay, obliterating. Okay, wait, 225,000 HP. Now, this scares me just a little bit. Please do not make it to the exit. Thank you very much. Please no exit, please. Okay, thank you. Oh, wow. Oh, Ballora. No. Oh, my God. Okay, wait. 20 HP. We're still in the game. We're not completely out of the game yet. Please. Oh my god. And we died. Okay, you know what? That was kind of expected. I mean, bro is only a single hit unit. GG's to our Saber-tooth Foxy. Alright guys, so we are now in the next game. Let's go ahead and choose the hardest modifier once again. And yes, we do have our boosters placed down. Okay, I did pause the wave. Let me get down. Okay, wait. So we can only place 2 of them. This is our first mythic unit. Now, I do think she does probably like splash damage. I have no idea, really. I'm not gonna lie. Okay, anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and unpause the wave, but this is our first mythic unit, like I just said earlier. Let me go over the stats real quick. So he's doing 53,156.2 damage every 0.543 seconds, 76 range, which I'm pretty sure on this map is full map control. Other maps probably aren't at full map control. I really do think it just depends once again. But let me pull out my trusty calculator real quick and do the calculations on the DPS. So bro is doing 97,893.5 damage per second. If we times that by 2, them as a duo, I don't even know what I'm trying to freaking say. This beautiful looking duo of Funtime Foxies right here are doing 190 195,787.1 damage per second. I'm gonna keep it honest with you. That is absolutely insane. For a mythic unit to be doing this much DPS, oh my god, that is like endlessly just broken. But now it's time that we go over the beautiful design of this unit. Oh my god, this guy's not the unit. Oh, get this freaking fat dude off the screen. All right, this is the unit. So I'm not gonna lie, the design for this unit is honestly pretty nice. I like the design. I'm not gonna lie, not my favorite design. I don't know what it is. I would say maybe like a 8.5 out of 10. It's a pretty decent design if I do say so myself. As far as the animation goes, it's honestly a pretty good animation. It's kind of just like a regular cake throwing one though. I'm not gonna lie, nothing too like crazy special about this unit, but it doesn't make it bad. All right guys, it doesn't make it bad. Hear me out. I would still give it like an 8.5 out of 10 on the animation. I mean, there's no VFX, nothing too special, but okay, I'm not disappointed in this update. All right, this does not mean I'm disappointed whatsoever. It's just, you know, for a mythic unit, it could be a little bit better. You know, it's kind of confusing to me how the freaking epics have sound effects, but then you're not going to give the mythics anything. You know, it's okay. You know, it's kind of understandable. To be fair though, this unit is not a part of the prehistoric event. This one is for the anniversary one, so it does make a little bit more sense if I do say so myself, because I don't think that they cared as much about the anniversary. I think it was just about giving a nice quality update. The prehistoric event is obviously probably the biggest part of this update. Happy anniversary though, Five Nights TD. Yes, W game, guys. Again, if you want to know what type of unit this unit is, you can go back to the start of the video. I did kind of forget. I'm 90% sure it is a splash damage unit though, because as you guys can see, it is hitting multiple things. It is clearly some kind of splash. I do not think it's AoE though, I'm not gonna lie, but I'm honestly fine with it not being AoE because we've already had like one AoE unit today, and that dude lasted until like wave 40 or freaking 50, which was absolutely insane. So I think, you know, having a splash damage unit isn't really all that bad. But I mean, dude, 195,000 confirmed. Why did I say confirmed? What does that even freaking mean? 195,000 DPS, like together. Like I meant like I really don't know what word I was going for there. I honestly have no idea. But together they are doing that much DPS, which is freaking insane, by the way. I'm not gonna lie, that is probably one of the craziest things I've ever seen. Okay, but we are now on wave 40, guys, and I'm curious to see if we kill this boss or not. We should be able to. It should take around like 10 seconds, maybe a little less. We're just gonna have to see. Okay, you know, honestly, not as bad as I thought it was. We did absolutely annihilate that boss. But now, most importantly, I'm going to be skipping to wave 50. I will see you guys on wave 50. This is whenever we're gonna have to sell our jar of pickles too, so I don't know if we're gonna survive or not, but I'll see you guys then. Okay, here we go. Let me sell my jar of pickles. I almost forgot. Yeah, we're cooked. Holy crap, dude. Circus Baby moves at like 1,000,000 miles an hour. Oh my skibbity toilet. GG's to our dessert funtime Foxy. Okay, guys, so we are now in the next game. Let's go ahead and choose the greatest modifier of all time. And this is our next unit. So, oh my god, this unit already looks insane. Whoa, we can place 3 of them? Okay, I'm gonna be honest here, guys. This is a splash and burn unit, which is already insane because we have burn damage and splash damage. And for some reason, we can place 3 of them, which just makes this even freaking crazier. But this is Molten Foxy. Let's go ahead and go over some stats. So, he is doing 5,906.2 damage every 0.905 seconds. Now, I'm not gonna lie, that honestly, like, surprisingly seems pretty low in my eyes. I'm gonna be honest. We literally, I think, had an epic doing more DPS than that. However, he is splash and burn damage, so the burn damage might end up, like, carrying the absolute crap out of him. But he has 81 range, which is full map control on a lot of different maps, so I'm gonna consider it full map control. His cooldown isn't really that bad, but let me pull out the calculator, the trusty calculator, yes, and let me calculate his DPS. So he is only doing 6,526.1 damage per second. If we times that by 3, it's only 19,578.5 damage per second. I want you guys to keep in mind, his regular DPS is actually worse than the epic. I'm not gonna lie, that is absolutely insane to me. You're telling me agree that a mythic unit is doing the lowest that we have seen in this video yet. I'm not gonna lie, that's pretty freaking insane. Let me go over design though. Okay, I'm gonna be honest here. This is an easy 11 out of 10 design. The design on this unit is something so different. It's very beautiful. I'm gonna be honest here. Also, you guys can't hear it, but he also has a sound effect, which is going to add a lot to his animations. I'm gonna be honest here, because I feel like it kind of adds to his animation, but his animation is probably a good like 9 out of 10. Just because the sound effect whenever he shoots is nice, that's probably like carrying him right now. I'm gonna be honest, because his animation is mid. There's no VFX to him. He has a really cool design, but they did not take advantage of him at all. Like, he has no VFX, a mid animation. Yeah, you know, sound effects are probably saving him right now. Design is definitely saving this unit. I'm not gonna lie, this might actually be the first mid unit of the video, because I'm not gonna lie, like, he's definitely like really cool looking. It's just he could be a lot better. Like, his DPS is bad. He has a mid animation, not the best actually, like literally just no VFX at all. Yeah, could have been a little bit better. I think he has one VFX, and it's like some steam that's coming off of the really hot like mortar freaking lava ball thing. Kind of cool, but once again could be a lot better, especially for a mythic unit. I do want to see how good his burn damage is though. Like, as you guys can see, the burn isn't really, it's not doing that much. I mean, this honestly looks like 19,000 damage per second, which it is. So burn is probably not even making that much of a difference, if we're being honest here. We will probably end up dying like pretty soon. I'm gonna be honest here, it's gonna be pretty soon. Oh no, yep, and it's seeming like it's going down a little bit. A few Belloras hit. If I'm doing my math correctly, yes, if my calculations are correct, we probably should die. Oh, yep, and we just died. Wow, and I was very correct, guys. Oh my gosh, I'm literally a mathematician. Well, GG's to our Molten Foxy. Alright guys, so we are now in the next game. Let's go ahead and choose the hardest modifier once again, and let's go ahead and get one of these guys down. Okay, so this is going to be really hard to explain, but this unit does like continuous pierce or splash, I think, but he gives a range boost to the things around him. Now this is going to be really hard to explain, but basically guys, yeah, I mean, you know, I kind of just explained it, so it does just kind of make sense on what I just said, but it doesn't really show his damage. Now this is going to be really weird guys, but look, he has a ranged boost and it doesn't even show this guy's damage, so we literally cannot calculate the damage. But it's weird because as you guys can see, he is killing them, and I'm gonna be honest, you guys cannot hear it, but there is a gunshot sound effect in my ear right now, which makes this even more insane, because that is what the freaking crap was that. Hello? I don't know what's happening, but he's doing insane damage. He just like, hello? Okay, this has gotta be literally the most confusing unit I have seen this whole entire freaking video. So it doesn't even show the amount of damage he does. He has a 0.09 cooldown, 81 range, which is really good. He has a gunshot sound effect, and he just one-shotted the boss. So how much damage is this dude doing? Do we even know? Okay guys, I did just check the Five Nights CD wiki, and it says he's doing up to 2,000 damage. I don't know where they got it from, but it says he's doing that much. But as you guys can see, it is insane damage. This also is our first secret unit, so I am expecting him to be insane. But dude, Five Nights TD devs, you guys have actually outdid yourselves on this update. This dude is flying around, crazy animations. It is a little glitchy as you guys can tell, but he's flying around with crazy animations. This dude has freaking sound effects. He has all of the above. Let me try and get a good angle on this dude. It's gonna be kind of hard because he's lagging a bit, but if we can get like a good representation of what he looks like, probably sitting like right here, it's not even a bad looking unit. As you guys can see, it's a pretty nice design. I'm gonna give it a 10 out of 10 on the design because it's crazy. As far as animations goes, I'm giving it an easy 11 out of 10. Yes, an 11 out of 10, because the sound effects add to the animation, he's also going in a circle, which is beautiful. There is no effects on like his guns or anything like that, but like this is just an overall like insane unit, especially for Five Nights CD. We have never seen a unit look like this before or have these type of animations, but as you guys can see, he's slowing down a little bit. But again, he does some crazy damage. Clearly, I'm not going to be able to calculate the exact damage, but clearly he does absolutely insane damage. He gives a range boost around him, and I just really honestly have no idea. He's doing 2,000 damage times a lot of different things, and I have no idea what those things include. I'm not gonna lie. Really good range though, so I'm definitely not gonna hate. He doesn't really have any VFX though, so I cannot really rate that once again. But this is our first secret unit, and he seems to be doing a crap ton of DPS. So I'm gonna be honest, really cool unit so far. I'm curious to see if we beat Wave 50 or not. I'm not gonna lie, but it does suck, guys, because unfortunately I cannot use my trusty calculator. Rest in peace, trusty calculator. You will be missed. Okay, so 1.25 million HP versus two of these guys, and yes, you can only place two of them. I'm low-key surprised that we can place two. I mean, like, this unit is insane. I'm gonna go ahead and skip to Wave 50, but I'm gonna see how that turns out, because that's gonna be absolutely crazy. All right, guys, we are now on Wave 50. Let me sell my jar of pickles. Let's see how this goes. 1.72 million, moving really fast. Oh my god, I'm a little bit scared here. Oh, are we gonna survive? Oh my god, that was really freaking close. Okay, Wave 60, we have the Anard, so I'm not gonna lie, we might be cooked. I'm gonna skip to Wave 60 now, but this is going to be insane. All right, guys, we're now on Wave 60. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little bit scared here. 2.25 million HP. I'm honestly expecting us to die. Yeah, I mean, if we survived that would have been insane, but oh my god, is this unit cool. I just wish it showed the damage and stuff, but still, absolutely insane unit. GG's to our Dino Plane Boy. Alright, guys, so we are now in the game. Let's go ahead and choose the hardest modifier once again, and let's go ahead and get our Triceratops Chica down. Now, you can place 3 of this unit as well, which is honestly a little bit surprising considering the fact that it is a secret unit. Once again, we do have more sound effects, which is absolutely insane. But this unit is really weird. The type of unit that she is a slash unit. Now, again, I don't really know what slash does exactly. Now, someone help me down in the comments because I literally have no idea. But I'm pretty sure it's basically just like another word for like pierce, I'm pretty sure. So, you know, it does make a little bit of sense. As you guys can see, though, this unit looks pretty freaking cool. Let me upgrade the unit to max right here, and I will be reviewing this unit in just a second. But for every third attack, she does plus 33% damage. Everything with this unit is about 3s, as you guys saw at the start. But she currently has 89 range, which I'm going to consider that as full map control, because on this map, it's full map control. She is doing 19,685.5 damage every 0.119 seconds, which is absolutely insane. Let me calculate this DPS on the trusty calculator real quick. So this unit alone is doing 165,424.3 damage per second. If we times that number by 3, we have 496,273.1 damage per second. Guys, I'm gonna keep it honest here. That is absolutely insane for a secret unit. I do not care what anyone says. You should only be able to place 2 of this unit if you guys want this balance. So this is probably about to be like really unbalanced and just absolutely insane. You guys probably want to be ready. But another thing I'm gonna be honest about, hold on, wait, actually I'm gonna save that for the you know, the animation rating. But there's another sound effect with this one, guys. As far as design goes, I don't know what it is about this design, but I love this design. Dude, everything about this update is so aesthetically like pleasing, bro. I swear. Everything has sound effects, everything has decent animations, not much VFX, but I do like the sound effects. And the designs and stuff are really good. Like, this design is an easy 10 out of 10, I'm not gonna lie. As far as the animations goes, I'm gonna give it an 11 out of 10 because I love the dashing forward animation. It does look like she's stuttering a bit, but it's because her cooldown is obviously 0.1. It's extremely fast, so that's why it does look like that. But the animation is very clean. The sound effect with it is like a slashing sound effect. I'm sure you guys could obviously hear it when you get this unit in game, because I'm not gonna lie, I'm encouraging everyone to play this event. This event is freaking beautiful. Five Nights City has like 10,000 active players right now, and they're keeping a consistent player base. This is beautiful. Five Nights TD for the win. Five Nights TD comeback. I love this game. Boom, bada bang, pow. But on a real note, no VFX makes me a little sad, but that's okay. All right, we're only in the secret units right now. I would expect something crazy whenever we look at these Apex units because it is going to be gigantic and amazing. Oh, I got too freaking close again. Whoopsie daisies, but it's going to be gigantic, amazing. Sigma, VFXy, and all that stuff. And yes, I did just say very VFXy, okay? Because, you know, VFX is very, you know, VFX, and we love VFX, and it's very nice. Very cool looking, if I do say so myself. But on a real note, very nice animations, crazy damage per second, basically 500,000 DPS with all these people combined. So absolutely insane. But let me move her right there. We're gonna upgrade her, and we're now going to be moving on to wave 40 in about like 5 seconds. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Yep, there we go. Yep, that was perfectly timed. I totally did not fake my countdown whatsoever. Do not worry about that. So let's see how fast we kill this boss. Yeah, oh my god. Okay, yeah, so we just absolutely obliterated the boss. We're probably gonna end up killing Circus Baby, but I'm gonna go ahead and skip to wave 50, and I'll see you guys whenever we get there. All right, guys, we're now on wave 50. Let me sell my jar of pickles, and here we freaking go. We might end up killing Circus Baby. Actually, yeah, we did. Okay, I'm a little bit curious for a Nard. I'm not gonna lie, because a Nard is definitely really fast as well. Bro has a lot of HP. I'm gonna be a little bit scared of him. I'm not gonna lie. But I'm gonna go ahead and skip to wave 60. We're gonna see if we can kill him or not. All right, we're now on wave 60. A little bit scared right now. I'm not gonna lie. Okay, I'm very curious to see because we're doing probably about 500. Wow, we still die by that? Crazy voice crack right there, but literally 500,000 damage per second, and we don't kill a Nard. That's absolutely crazy, bro. Well, GG's to our Triceratops Chica. Okay, guys, so we're now in the next game. Let's go ahead and choose the hardest modifier once again, and let's go ahead and place down our Dino pals. So these are my favorite pals. Congrats to them for being very pally, very cool. All right, let me max them out real quick, and then I will explain a few different things. So this unit is Cone AoE 90, which I'm pretty what the heck did I just freaking say? I'm pretty sure that means that it is basically a 90-degree cone AoE, which is honestly not even that bad. This is obviously a very similar unit to the Paper Pals unit, but this unit is actually kind of interesting. So their passive is basically a 33% chance to give a random effect on any attack, which I'm not gonna lie is honestly pretty clean, which means whenever we're attacking, we can just randomly get like burn damage, I'm assuming, or you know, poison damage, wither, whatever you guys want to say, which I'm not gonna lie is pretty cool. However, with these paper units, it is kind of bland. They kind of just move around, not really much to them, but usually they are really freaking strong. So let's go over stats real quick. So 76 range on this map, that is full map control, which is very Sigma, very cool. And they are doing 35,437.5 damage every 0.724 seconds. So bro is pretty insane. Let me use our trusty calculator to calculate DPS real quick. So they are doing 48,946.8 damage per second. Let me do it with the 3 of them. So that is 146,840.4 damage per second. Now I'm not gonna lie, probably not gonna be that good when it comes to bosses because we need higher DPS whenever it comes to bosses, and whenever we sell our jar of pickles, the range on the unit like automatically gets pretty bad, I'm gonna be honest. But however, guys, okay, hear me out, this unit is cone AoE, so it is really good for killing groups, and we love it whenever we have units that can kill groups, because the only thing that we actually have to worry about is bosses. And of course on wave 50 we're gonna have to sell our beautiful looking jar of pickles. I will be opening this jar and eating every pickle inside of it. But on a real note, let me look at the design real quick. Hold on 2 seconds. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, it's just paper, but the design is honestly not even that bad. Probably like an 8.5 out of 10. I'm not gonna rate animations or VFX because I'm not gonna count them moving as an animation, because if I did that, then I would also have to talk about our freaking boosters as well, because they move as well. So doesn't really count out as an animation, but it's okay because the unit still does a pretty good amount of DPS. Kind of a cool concept, especially with the passive. I'm gonna be honest here, because a 33% chance to do a random effect. Yeah, sign me up. But I'm probably gonna go ahead and skip to wave 40. We're gonna see how we're doing on the bosses every single time, because you guys know I don't want to make this video too long for you guys. But a lot of people probably have not made it to this point in the video, so I'm gonna go ahead and say, if you have made it this far in the video, I want you guys to comment Chicazilla, okay? Because that is going to be the best thing in this video, and I want to prove that you guys actually watch my videos. And surprisingly, every time I say that, like 40 of you guys end up commenting the exact thing I told you guys to comment, and I had no idea that any of you guys watched for that long, so thank you very much. But make sure you comment Chicazilla, because Chicazilla is freaking amazing. Most gigantic unit in the game. It's gonna be beautiful. You guys better freaking prepare your eyes for this last unit in this video. But anyways, go ahead and skip to wave 40. All right, we are now on wave 40. Let's take a look. All right, are we gonna be able to kill the boss? We should be able to kill this boss, but based off how fast we're killing the boss, I'm not gonna lie, whenever it gets to circus baby, we are probably going to be cooked. I'm just being honest. But let me go ahead and skip to wave 50. We'll see how cooked we really are. All right, we are now on wave 50. Let me sell my jar of pickles very fast, like, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm definitely predicting that we're cooked. Now, I know I should have had more confidence in my team, but look, guys, I'm not gonna lie, I was kind of right. All right, it is an AoE unit. It's probably not gonna be able to kill a boss that fast and that strong, of course. GG's to our Dino pals. Okay, guys, we are now in the game. Let me go ahead and choose the hardest modifier once again. Now, on a real note, guys, okay, on a very, very real note, as you can see, I have paused the game. It is because we have the Paleontologist Spring Bonnie. Not gonna lie, very long name for this unit. However, guys, the reason why I'm paused is because this is a booster unit. Now, let me kind of explain this unit, obviously, before I like get into it. So basically, this unit is a pretty good cooldown booster, I think. Let me see, is it better? Okay, no, it's the same as the Candy Cadet cooldown booster, which is kind of insane. I'm gonna be honest here. What's kind of insane about this unit though is that, as you guys can see down below, it is $30,000 to place it. That is pretty unbalanced. I have no idea why it costs that much. I'm being so honest, because this guy right here is only 500 and does the same exact thing. But I think I'm gonna explain why I think it causes so much. So basically, it has a passive, of course, and basically what it does is that any prehistoric unit, which means like any prehistoric event unit, which is like all of the prehistoric units from this event, it will give them a damage boost. And if you have any Springtrap units, it also gives them a damage boost. It does not say that it is a dual booster, but it does say how much of a damage boost it gives to the Springtrap and prehistoric units, which is pretty good, which is probably why he's $30,000, because especially with him being the same as the best cooldown booster in the game and giving a damage boost, that is pretty freaking insane. And especially if the damage boost is like not even that bad, probably a very worth it unit. So I would definitely recommend you guys try and get this unit the best you can, of course. But now let's go over, I would say, design. I'm gonna go ahead and give it a 10 out of 10. I don't know what it is, but I love this unit already. Him holding like the little egg with like a wasp in it. Oh my god, I hate wasp, or like butterflies, whatever. It does really match the design of what the unit is supposed to mean. He does look like a Springtrap, I think. Is it a Bonnie? Actually, no, I think it's a Bonnie. Like, I can see his ears, but he looks very similar to Spring Bonnie, so I'm gonna obviously say Bonnie. But on a real note, guys, the design is a 10 out of 10. The animations are probably like an 8.5 out of 10. He just has like the regular idle animations. Really not that bad, especially for an idle animation. But I mean, that's about it though, guys. I mean, he has 49 range. He can boost a good amount of units. Let me go ahead and unpause, because we're probably about to end up dying, of course, because we do no damage. Wait, is he hitting? The type of unit he is a booster. How is he doing any damage? Guys, I'm not gonna lie, and devs, I'm not gonna lie. Why have you guys been lying in this whole entire update? Why is this the second unit that does not tell me he's doing damage? Okay, I changed my mind on the animations. 10 out of 10, because his attack animation's beautiful. What the freaking crap is this, bro? I cannot be screaming screaming with this voice right now. Why is he doing damage and he is a booster type of unit? Okay, guys, like, I'm genuinely, like, super freaking confused. I have no idea what's happening right now. I don't know why this, I genuinely just have no idea. So he's just casually the best cooldown booster, and he does damage, which is absolutely freaking broken, by the way. He has 86 range. This really does not make any sense. He also has a sound effect, which makes his animations even cooler. He has a half decent cooldown. I just don't even know how much damage he's doing. Okay, I guess we're just gonna actually continue this. Guys, I had no idea that this unit does any damage at all. Like, the game literally just didn't tell me. He's just a booster unit. I had no idea he does damage. I'm assuming it's not a glitch because he literally has a sound effect. So I guess they're just like secretly hiding strong units behind us. I don't even freaking know at this point. Let's just see how he does on the boss. I'm not gonna lie. Let's just see how he does on the boss. Okay, 537,000 HP boss. Let's see how our secret freaking booster slash... Oh my god, dude. You're freaking joking. He's actually like a good unit, which is what makes me mad because he's literally like the best cooldown booster in the game. It also does damage. That's insane. Okay, let's just go ahead and skip to wave 30. I have no idea what's even going on right now, guys. Okay, well, we are now on wave 30. I'm just super like scared. Like, how is he even doing any damage, dude? Oh my god. Okay, let's just go skip to wave 40. Oh my gosh. We're now on wave 40. 1.25 million HP boss. He's just getting destroyed by a freaking booster unit. I don't know what is happening right now. I think I'm about to end up screaming loud enough to where my voice is gonna come back. But like, dude, oh my god. Okay, wave 50. Honestly, I don't think I've ever hoped for this before, but I honestly hope that we die on wave 50 because there's no way a freaking booster this good is doing damage. This is a really good thing, but also a bad thing because like people are gonna get mad at me for not using him. But it's like, I would prefer my boosters not to do any damage, just for like videos. But if you're actually in game doing this would be like really useful. Anyways, let's go ahead and skip to wave 50. All right, guys, wave 50. Let's go ahead and sell the jar of pickles. Oh crap, I just sold a freaking cooldown booster. It's okay, guys. We're chilling. Are we gonna actually kill it? Oh my god, a booster unit is killing a freaking... Oh my god, dude. This might be one of my biggest crash outs I think I've ever done on my freaking video. Like, dude, are you actually like insane? A cooldown booster that is doing the same amount of cooldown boost as the best cooldown booster in the game is sitting here destroying bosses without even needing a freaking range boost. It says he has 86 range, but I promise he doesn't. He still had 49 range right there. It's just glitched out, guys. Like, genuinely. That is probably one of the most broken things I've ever seen in this game. Yeah, I'm gonna skip to wave 60. Anard, you better humble this guy. All right, humble him. All right, here we go. Wave 60. Unforgiving Anard, 2.25 million HP. Yeah, wow. Okay, he finally humbled us. Yeah, joke's on you, buddy. Yeah, you're not allowed to be a booster and do damage. Yeah, I know, right, guys? I'm now a hater. GG's to our Paleontologist Spring Bonnie, whatever the freaking crap that means. All right, guys, so we are now in the game. Let me go ahead and choose the hardest modifier once again. All right, so we now have our first nightmare unit, and we can only place one. So that tells you guys something, and I just heard a bomb. I don't know why. Why am I hearing bombs in my ears? Oh my god. Okay, well, this is still a nightmare unit, but it is an evolved version of the brand new nightmare that has dropped with the anniversary thing. It's basically an evolved version of the hot air balloon boy, or whatever you guys want to call it. Basically, right, kind of a crazy story. This unit does nuke plus burn. Now, nuke is a crazy area damage type of unit, and it does burn damage. You can only place one of it for a reason, guys, okay? He also drops like a very insane bomb. I have no idea what it is exactly. Also, guys, I literally just had to turn on my volume all the way. Like, the bomb sound effect for this is extremely loud. I literally had to like turn it off. But on a real note, guys, I do not remember the passive for this unit, okay? I'm gonna be honest here, and I'm gonna be like 110% honest. It like drops a bomb. It's like 75 times damage. I don't know. It's pretty confusing, but let's just say he has a really cool passive, okay? If you guys want the full explanation, go back to the start of the video and go look. But he has a 135.8 range, which is insane. insane. He has full map control already. He's doing 59,062.5 damage every 0.181 seconds, which is crazy. Let me put that in the trusty calculator real quick. So he is doing 326,312.1 damage per second, which is absolutely insane. So he's doing almost 330,000 DPS, which is very broken. He is an evolved nightmare, which this is probably like the first evolved nightmare that I'm pretty sure we've gotten in a while. He does obviously glitch around a little bit, so this is what we're going to do. We're going to pause the wave real quick, and we're going to be looking at the design of this unit because that's the only way, because his animations will glitch out a little. As you guys can see, it says FNTD happy anniversary. Very nice unit, I'm not gonna lie. He just goes around in a circle. Pretty clean design. All right, I'm gonna give this like 11 out of 10 design. They went all out, dude. This is freaking beautiful. Let me unpause the wave real quick. So if we take a look, the animations, I would say for the actual like effects are probably mid, but the flying around animation is clean, so I'm gonna give it like a 9 out of 10. Not any VFX though, I'm not gonna lie. No VFX here. It is kind of surprising, but let's just say he's doing a lot of freaking damage. I mean, 135 range is already freaking broken. He has a nice design, a nice, you know, little AFK animation. I'm not gonna lie, this unit is 110% just beautiful all around. Let me place him like right there and max him out, and then I think that, yeah, it looks a little bit more open right here. Let's see how fast he kills this boss real quick, and then we're gonna go ahead and skip to wave 40. Wow, so yeah, he killed the boss pretty freaking quick. Having a nuke unit that is 0.1 cooldown, by the way, is absolutely insane. And the reason why this is insane is because this would be like if you gave an AoE unit a 0.1 cooldown. Nuke is probably better than Cone AoE in my opinion, because Nuke has a crazy amount of range, and he's doing burn damage, which just adds to the freaking fire even more. So having a 0.1 cooldown is very broken. He is doing crazy area damage while having a 0.1 cooldown. So this unit is extremely broken, but let's go ahead and skip to wave 40. All right, we're now wave 40. 1.25 million HP boss. Hijacked Freddy. Let's see. Oh my god, dude. Okay, over a million HP. He's killing him that quick. Are you joking? Okay, I mean, at this point, I'm not even surprised because we literally had a booster earlier doing insane damage, and I didn't even know the damage, so I'm just not even gonna question it. Let's go ahead and skip to wave 50. All right, guys, wave 50. Let me sell my jar of pickles. Let's see. Okay, are we gonna be able to kill Circus Baby? Wow. Okay, pretty close. I'm not gonna lie. A Nard might end up killing us, but I don't really know. Let's just go ahead and skip to wave 60. All right, guys, we're now on wave 60. Let's see how this goes. I don't know why there are more units spawning, but we might be cooked. Okay, wow, we actually died right there. I'm kind of surprised, kind of not though, but this unit is freaking broken. GG's to our Blimp boy. Okay, guys, so we are now in the game. Let me go ahead and choose the hardest modifier once again, and let me go ahead and place down our beautiful Dino Red Bear. Wait, he has a yellow star below him? Sorry, my voice is going out right there, but yeah, he has a yellow star below him. Kind of cool. I can't even lie. Wait, so how many upgrades does he have? He has 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, yeah, he has like 4 upgrades, I think. Yes, he does have 4 upgrades. Now, he is a splash and stun unit. Now, you guys know how I am about splash units. I do not really like splash units, but once they are mixed with stun, that is pretty freaking cool. I can't even lie. Okay, stun units are really not that bad. Let me move him over here just a little bit. This guy is a nightmare unit as well, guys, and he has 86 range, which is really not that bad. That is full map control on this map, which is going to be very good for us, but he is doing 224,437.5 damage every 0.905 seconds, which is absolutely insane. Let me calculate the DPS on our trusty calculator once again. So he is doing 247,997.2 DPS. If we times that by 2, he is doing 495,994.4 damage per second, which I'm not gonna lie is absolutely insane. You can place 2 of this unit, which makes it even better. And once again, he does have a sound effect, guys, but let me go over his beautiful looking design. I'm not gonna lie, I really do like the design of this unit. If we take a minute and just kind of examine the design. It looks pretty simple, but I'm not gonna lie, it looks absolutely heat. Okay, this is a nice looking unit. I don't care what anyone says. Definitely 10 out of 10 on the design. Overall, just a clean unit. Like, the animation is really not that bad. I like the his like AFK animation. I can't show it right now. I think I can just pause and I can show it. Hold on, let me try and show his AFK animation, because I know he has one. See, guys, if you look at his AFK animations, it is honestly pretty freaking clean. And then if we unpause just like this, his hitting animation really isn't that bad. It has a nice sound effect with it. I would honestly say animations are a 10 out of 10. Now, once again, we have not seen much VFX today, which is kind of unfortunate, but obviously the Apex is gonna have some crazy VFX, probably some crazy freaking sound effects. It's probably going to be extremely broken and amazing, but I do like how they've been adding sound effects now. It's honestly like pretty clean. I would enjoy it if they had some VFX, especially on the nightmares and above, but I mean, that's definitely okay. But overall, just a good unit. I'm not gonna lie, like basically 500,000 damage together. They are doing splash damage, which is good for pretty big groups of people. They are doing high enough DPS to hopefully handle these bosses. I don't really know, but they do stun as well, which can be really good for these bosses if we're being honest here, because stunning is beautiful. But anyways, let's go ahead and skip to wave 40 and reevaluate. All right, guys, we are now on wave 40. Let's see the hijacked Freddy. I'm kind of curious. Almost 500,000 DP. Oh my god. Okay, never mind. All right, let's just skip to wave 50. We just absolutely destroyed him. All right, we are now on wave 50. Let me go ahead, sell these jar of pickles real quick. I do not know why it is spawning other units. I really hate it when it does that. We weren't even able to focus the boss. I think it's because I had 2 times speed on, but it does not really matter because we actually died. I'm kind of surprised. But GG's to our Dino Dreadbear. All right, guys, so we are now in the game. Let's go ahead and choose the hardest modifier in the game once again. Let's place down our hot air balloon boy. Okay, so I am going to be really curious about this unit. I'm being completely honest, guys. So this is another nightmare unit yet again, and this is the unevolved version of the unit that we had earlier. So the blimp boy that we had earlier, this is basically the first version of that unit. So far it looks pretty good. I'm gonna be honest though, it is a splash plus burn damage unit. Now, burn damage is good, but in my opinion, it's not always like the best type of like effect in the game. It does not do like a crazy amount of damage. I mean, you guys might disagree, but I really just don't think it does. But when it comes to splash damage, it's kind of mid, so I don't really know. We'll just have to see. And you can place 3 of them, which mainly means he's probably not that good, or he could be pretty broken and maybe just not balanced yet. I have no idea. Let's go ahead and go over stats. So he is doing 47,250 damage every 0.724 seconds, which is honestly not even that bad. 95 range, which is full map control. Let me calculate his DPS in the trusty calculator once again. So he is doing right now 65,262.4 damage per second. Now, I'm not gonna lie, guys, this is good, but this is also what I dislike about this game sometimes, is that when it comes to nightmare units, they can sometimes be worse than secret units DPS wise, which is the crazy part, because they are literally supposed to be harder to get than the secret units, which really makes no sense at all. But if we do times this number by 3, it is going to be 195,787.2 DPS, which between the 3 of them combined, that is absolutely insane. Now, it's time that we go over design just real quick. So the actual design of this unit is honestly not even that bad. It has some fire right there that represents it being a hot air balloon, and it's pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. The balloon boy hanging off the side is pretty clean. It has a little anniversary effect, which is also pretty clean. I'm gonna be honest here, it's a really nice design. I would give it probably like a 10 out of 10. Yeah, but as far as animations goes, very good animation on this unit. Like the AFK animation on this unit is really good. It has a pretty nice animation whenever it's actually shooting. It has like a few like little miniguns, it looks like. Honestly, not even that bad if I'm being honest. Probably like a 9 out of 10 on the animations, low key, because it's just like a regular kind of thing that you would expect. Actually, since they don't really do this in Five Nights CD, I'm gonna give it a 10 out of 10 on the animations. Pretty clean. No VFX though, sadly. I'm not gonna count the, you know, fire on the hot air balloon as a VFX, but overall a pretty clean unit. After we destroy this boss, because I know we will. Oh my god, wait, why is it actually destroying it kind of slow? Wow, I'm kind of surprised. I'm gonna go ahead and skip to wave 40 though, and yeah. All right guys, we are now on wave 40. Here's the boss. Once again, 2x speed kind of just makes it to where it spawns a bunch of people. I have no idea why. Surprisingly, we just destroyed that boss too. Okay, I think that circus baby might kill us. I have no idea. Once again, we are doing like 200,000 damage combined, so maybe it'll kill us. I have no idea. We'll have to just see. All right, we're now wave 50. Let me go ahead, sell my jar of pickles. I did turn off 2xb, but it still ended up doing that. I have no idea why. The circus baby, oh wow, she had 62k and killed us. No freaking way, bro. GG's to our hot air balloon boy. Okay guys, so we are now in the game. Let me go ahead and choose the hardest modifier once again, and let me go ahead and place this unit down. So this is, oh my god, this unit, it looks freaking insane. What is that thing, bro? Oh my god. Okay, so number one, guys, this is the unevolved version. I want you guys to keep that in mind. We are now on our first Apex unit, right? But this is the unevolved version. We have a evolved version that is going to look absolutely insane compared to this, and you guys are already seeing how insane this unit is. This is probably one of the biggest units I have ever witnessed in my life. The type of unit this is slash though. Okay guys, it is another slash unit, so it could probably hit a bunch of different people at the same exact time. I have a lot of things to rate right here, so this is going to be absolutely insane. So first, stat wise, 95 range. We have full map control, so we are chilling. Okay, it's gonna be bad whenever we sell our jar of pickles though, because we might not be able to hit the other side over here, which is going to be a little bit scary, but we should be able to. It just depends. I don't really know. We are currently doing 620,156.3 damage every 1.085 seconds, which is broken. But we cannot use our trusty calculator because we are not doing below 1 second. So this is just how much damage we're doing a second. Basically how much damage we're doing a second. Because it's 1.085 seconds. So yeah, guys, but 620,000 damage is already insane for a slash unit. This unit does have a passive. I do forget what it does, but it is something really good. So that's all we really need to know if we're being honest. Again, you guys can go back at the start of the video and go look at that once again. But I need to probably pause the wave just real quick so I can look at the design of this freaking unit. This unit's design is absolutely insane. This is probably easily my favorite Apex I have ever seen. The evolved version of this unit is probably going to be even more of my favorite. I'm going to be honest here, because the evolved Apexes that we have gotten, guys, I'm going to be honest, is not really the best, if I do say so myself. You know, they're really good, of course, but they are not as crazy looking and insane as the evolved version of this thing. I'm going to be honest, but the design is an easy 11 out of 10. It is beautiful. So let me unpause. I mean, like literally especially the like details on the face and the eyes. The animations are an easy 11 out of 10. I might even bump it up to 12. Probably the first 12 out of 10 that we've ever gotten on the animations, or the first 12 out of 10 I've ever done in history. Like, dude, it full on just charges at the freaking people. It has crazy freaking range, crazy damage. As far as VFX goes, it doesn't have any crazy VFX, but it does have some crazy VFX actually on the unit, and it kind of follows through as it attacks. So VFX wise, I'll probably give it like a 9 out of 10. Pretty good on the VFX. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna give the VFX a 10 out of 10 too. This is probably one of our highest rated units that we've ever seen ever, but this unit is freaking beautiful, and I cannot wait to see the evolved version of it. As of right now, I'm probably gonna go skip to wave 30, but that's probably my review of this unit. I mean, it's just really broken, amazing looking. We're probably gonna end up being alive for a pretty long time, so let me go ahead and skip to wave 30. All right, we're now on wave 30. Wow, and I couldn't even like show the boss. Okay, we just just destroy the boss. Okay, what? You know what? Let's just, just go to wave 40. It'll be perfectly fine. All right, guys, we are now on wave freaking 40. 1.25 million HP. For some reason, it's saying that the boss is already dead. Okay, I mean, we didn't even hit him once. He just literally got so scared. He just decided to die, and he fell into the void. That's amazing. Let me just go ahead and skip to wave 50 then. All right, guys, we're now on wave 50. Let me go ahead, sell both of our jar of pickles. Let's see how we do here. We now have 54 range. We can 3-shot the freaking circus baby boss, which is pretty freaking insane. We seem to still be doing pretty good. However, like I said, guys, our range over here is going to be really bad, so it's probably going to get a little bit scary, but we're going to go ahead and skip to wave 60. All right, guys, so we are now on wave 60. Let's see if we can kill this boss. He moves pretty quick, but from what I know, we should be able to kill him. Okay, yes, I'm actually kind of surprised we did. I'm not going to lie, but we did. Honestly, we're probably more prone to dying by just like regular enemies. I know that sounds insane, but I'm gonna go ahead and skip to wave 70, but we might end up dying before wave 70. I honestly have no idea. Okay, we are now on wave 70. We have a 2.86 million HP boss. I'm kind of curious to see if we can kill it or not, but it does. What the heck? We just one-shotted it. What did I just witness? Did the boss just deteriorate again before we could even hit it? Okay, I have no idea, but as you guys can see, we have been hit twice by a regular enemy now, which is low-key very worrisome. So we're gonna continue to see what happens, but if we do end up dying, I promise it's not my fault. But let me go ahead and skip to wave 80. Wow, surprisingly, we have made it to wave 80. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little bit surprised here. My voice is deteriorating, as you guys can tell, but it is perfectly okay because we are going to be pushing through. We killed the boss once again. I'm going to wave 90. Peace out. So we actually flew past those waves. Somehow we got hit twice. I literally have no idea when or how we got hit twice, but we just did, and somehow we're on wave 90. I mean, this is honestly expected for an Apex unit, so I would honestly hope that we would make it this far, and we clearly are. So yes, very Sigma. I'm gonna go ahead and skip to wave 100 if we make it there. Okay, guys, we are now on wave 100. Somehow, some way, we are still standing, which tells me that the evolved version is probably gonna make it very freaking far. I want you guys to keep in mind that we have not had a jar of pickles with us this whole time, so we have no slowing. We have literally 0 range boost, and I do think that the next boss is like wave 110, so we're probably gonna be cooked on the next boss unless we die before that, but I have no idea. Let's just go ahead and skip to wave 110. Wow, okay, we did get hit one more time, but we are on wave 110. We are probably gonna end up dying at this boss. Wow, did we one-shot the boss? Wait, what? Chica just charged at the boss and one-shot at the boss. What am I even playing? I thought that was gonna like kill us. It started moving fast and okay, I guess we just lived. I literally have no idea. I'm gonna skip to wave 120. If we can even make it, we might end up dying before then because we did just get hit again. One more hit and we're dead. Surprisingly, we are still kicking. Oh my god. Okay, Unforgiving Anard is really freaking fast. We did not insta-kill this one. I don't know how we insta-killed the other one, but we finally died by the Anard. GG's Anard. Oh my gosh. Wow, this unit is freaking insane. Time to see the evolved version. Alright guys, so we are now in the game. Let me go ahead and choose the hardest modifier once again. And let me place... Oh my god, what is that? What is that? Oh my god, what in the freaking world, bro? Okay, wait, let me just max it out. What in the freaking world is this? Oh my god, I'm gonna have a freaking heart attack. Dude, this thing is freaking gigantic. Oh my god. Okay, so for starters, this unit is Cone AoE 180. Which I'm pretty sure is just like full AoE. I really honestly have no idea why they wouldn't just like do full AoE. I don't know why they're starting this 180 stuff, but as you guys see, look, it is doing a nuclear breath thing right now, which is very insane looking. How is it hitting me? I have no idea. But on a real note, guys, this unit is very cool looking, but we need to wait just a freaking second. Hold on like 1 second. Let me replace it over here so we can actually fully see it. Let me go over stats just real quick. Okay, so 180 8 range, which is already insane. That is full map control easily. We're doing 400. Hold on, let me click on it again. We're doing 442,968.7 damage every 0.724 seconds. Let me put this in the trusty calculator and see how much we're actually doing. So we are doing 611,835.2 damage per second, which is absolutely insane. We can obviously only place one of this unit because it is literally gigantic. Now that we did stats, like I told you guys, let me explain its passive real quick. So every 7 seconds, it basically charges nuclear breath, and it's just this big beam. It's like a continuous beam, and it just does burn damage for like freaking 10 seconds. I'm pretty sure. I have really like no idea. But the point is, guys, is that it is very broken. There was, oh my god, it's literally as big as the boss. Oh my god. There was supposed to be a sound effect for it, and if you guys looked in the sneak peek in the Discord server, there was supposed to be a really freaking cool sneak peek, and it looked amazing. But unfortunately, there is no sound effect at the moment, but I'm sure they'll probably fix that because the devs did tell me that there was supposed to be a sound effect, because this is obviously the unit I was most excited for. Now, there is one issue with it that I will talk about. If it's charging for 7 seconds, we're probably gonna actually end up dying early because we cannot afford to you know, for it to like, you know, charge for 7 seconds. I mean, like, we really don't have time. Like, once we get into the faster units, we're just gonna be absolutely cooked, and I don't really think there's gonna be much that we can do about it. But anyways, let's go over design like right now, because this is freaking broken, dude. So as far as design goes, I am going to be giving it an 11 out of 10. The freaking details are amazing. The freaking little spikes on it, it's glowing. The face is amazing. I love the freaking design of this unit so much. This is probably my favorite evolved apex that has ever been released in the game, easily. This is probably like genuinely one of my favorite units. I'm gonna pause the wave real quick. I'm gonna let her kill the boss just real fast. Oh my god, she's charging her nuclear breath. Oh my god, dude, if there was a beam that went down, it would actually be just like Godzilla. But on a real note, guys, I'm trying to go over the animations. Of course, I'm going to give a really in-depth review here. Okay, these are the AFK animations. They are extremely beautiful. Like, this is just the AFK stuff right here. Let me unpause wave real quick. As you guys can see, the animations are absolutely insane. It just digs up the ground. She is freaking broken, dude. And if we charge the nuclear breath, which I'm sure we will in just a second, I think it does it every like 10 seconds. I forgot. Maybe it does it actually for 10 seconds. I really have like no idea the exact stuff on it. Look at the animations. They are just freaking amazing. I honestly wanted it to have more VFX. It should have a beam. It should have a better attacking animation. However, guys, the VFX are really cool as well. But as far as animations goes, it is also going to be getting an 11 out of 10. VFX is still going to be a 10 out of 10 based off all the effects that are just around the unit. It looks like a freaking electric, like, red Godzilla in Five Nights at Freddy's, bro. This is easily like the coolest design for a unit I probably ever freaking seen. All it's missing is like a little bit of VFX and obviously that beautiful sound effect that I've been waiting on, because I need a sound effect that sounds like Godzilla charging up his breath, because that would literally like bring me back to my childhood and be the best thing. Oh, I got too close, but it would be the best thing that I have literally ever seen or heard in my freaking life. So yes, guys, full glaze. This unit is freaking beautiful. Oh my god, my screen is glitching so bad. I'm trying to find a good place to place it at. Please. There we go. All right, this is perfect right here. It's probably the best placement I'm gonna be able to get. Wave 50 is coming up. I'm gonna go ahead and skip to wave 50, but we're gonna have to sell our jar of pickles. But I just want you guys to know, I don't care if we die, because I know we are, but the point is that this is the coolest freaking unit in the game. All right, skip to wave 50. All right, we are now on wave 50. Let me sell my jar of pickles and let's take a look-see. So basically, we are as big as the boss. I have no idea. Chicazilla or whatever. Yes, Chicazilla is easily the coolest unit in the game. Literally as big as the freaking bosses. Yeah, Five Nights at Freddy's, you literally outdid yourselves with this update. This is a very beautiful update. I don't care what anyone says. The game is literally reviving right now. We need more quality updates like this. Please go back to weekly updates and bring giving us this quality every week or maybe every 2 weeks. At this point, I'm not gonna lie, I feel like I have infinite ideas on this game, and you guys obviously love seeing me play this game. I love this game. If they were to do updates every 2 weeks, I probably wouldn't even care. But they are working on FNTD2 right now, and I cannot wait for that either. But anyways, let me skip to wave 60. We did take some damage. This is what I was saying earlier. You guys probably need to mix this Apex with some fast hitting units, and it should be good. The reason why it's doing bad is because I obviously only have this unit right now because I'm just trying to test every single unit separately. You guys already know how this works. But again, since the unit charges her breath, it kind of does make it a little bit bad, but it's not necessarily bad. You just have to mix it with another unit and you should be okay, because once it does do the breath, it lasts for like 10 seconds and it is extremely broken. So we are still doing perfectly fine. Let me go to wave 60. All right, here we go. Wave freaking 60. We have Unforgiving Nard. Let's see how we do. Are we gonna... Oh no, we had to charge our breath. Oh, okay, that's really unlucky. You guys are clearly seeing what I'm meaning now, but I still love this unit. It's amazing. No glaze, best of all Apex ever freaking seen in my life. GG's to our Chicazilla. Okay guys, so I really did enjoy making this video. I'm not gonna lie, this is probably one of the best updates ever. I mean, bro, Chicazilla is probably the best thing I have ever seen in my life, and I will forever glaze that freaking unit for like literally forever. But guys, I am really sorry about the voice in this video. I tried so very hard. I'm not even joking, guys. I literally like have been recording for over 2 hours. This is going to be a very long video. I love coming back and just giving you guys the quality that you deserve, and I genuinely do love you guys. Like, actually, thank you for the support while I was sick. I have just tried so hard to make this video and my voice just keeps on going out. It's making me so mad, but this update is truly amazing, and I truly thank you guys, and I'm so sorry. Like, I will try and work on my voice. But anyways, guys, make sure to join my Discord server because we do giveaways every 2 days in there, and also make sure to like and subscribe so I can feed my family. I'll see you guys in the next one, and goodbye.